Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central.
The board is on.
School with a girl named Faith.
The board is on.
Did you? Well, and
Not seeing it.
that's good. All right. Well, we're going to go anyway, Morris, whether you like it or not.
Here we go.
Okay.
All right, we're spinning up.
Golly, that's loud. Hey, welcome to the award-winning In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. We don't know why we won an award. It was probably some sort of award that was made up on Magazine.
Yeah, there you go.
Just ahead, Dustin Hardin from Creative Classics and Customs in Kemah, Texas. You'll hear my thoughts on driving the new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness Edition. And Mr. Mars has this week's events calendar. It's just ahead on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. My microphone sounds funny. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I think you sound funny.
Well, I am funny.
You are.
Funny, odd looking. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We need more Jeff Seekin. Sleeping engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us on this Saturday for our live show. We are live every Saturday from 8 to 11 normally. Every once in a while, we'll vary it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. Sometimes 9, sometimes 10, our start time.
We've had requests to come on at 3:30 in the morning.
That's not going to happen.
Okay, well.
Although I'm awake.
I was going to say.
I could come out here and do a little tap dance or something.
There you go.
We'll put it on subscription and charge for it.
We need to take a poll.
We're going to have to put an age limit on how old you can be if you're going to be up that time of the day.
Well, it'll have to be one of those kind of things. All right. Yeah, so it ought to be a good show. If you've noticed, we've kind of changed up the look a little bit. Again. We've made some adjustments here in the new look studio. And matter of fact, Jeff is going to show you the second look that we have in the.
We'll do it right now?
Yeah, do it.
All right.
Look at that. See, there we are, way up there. Hey.
Get a nosebleed.
Yeah, and so we've kind of widened the shot a little bit so you can see the studio here in the Sugar Shack Studios. Anyway, so we'll move on from that and talk to Dustin Hardin. We were supposed to talk to his dad, but his dad's got better things to do, and we totally
sleeping in.
and we totally understand that. Dustin, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good, guys.
Good. Dustin is with Creative Classics and Customs in Kemah, Texas. Are you under the boardwalk?
Not quite.
Yeah. There's a song in that. That's the only reason I said that.
We could sing it.
Yeah. Under the boardwalk. Anyway.
Maybe not.
So where are you exactly in Kemah?
We are at 2325 Anders Lane, which is right off of Highway 96, runs parallel with Lawrence Road.
Okay, well, whatever that all is,
exactly.
I bet you that if we Googled Creative Classics and Customs, we could find you.
It'd probably pop up.
Yeah, no doubt. You guys don't do boats, do you?
We do not do boats.
He lives they live on the water.
We did one boat one time, and we learned our lesson.
And you're still paying for it. You're still paying for it. Bust out another 1,000. That's what boat stands for.
Exactly.
That's it.
So Dustin and Creative Classics Customs going to be showing some stuff in the upcoming Keels and Wheels, which is you'll hear more about Keels and Wheels in this show, as a matter of fact. But in the meantime, I understand that you're bringing some cars.
We are. Cars and trucks.
Cars and trucks. So were you invited in? Did you buy a space, or how did that work out?
Yeah, we actually bought a space this year. We've been doing Keels and Wheels for a little over 10 years, and this is the first year that we've actually bought a sponsored area. So Keels and Wheels is having a theme this year of resto mods, and so they've invited some local shops that build resto mods to come out there and showcase some of their work.
Nice.
So we bought a booth this year, and so we've got 5 cars coming. 4 will be shown, and 1 will just be in the display.
Very nice. So let's talk about the cars that you're bringing. What's our first car? We have some pictures here that we're going to show.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the 59 Apache.
The Apache, that's a very rare truck, is it not?
I don't know about rare necessarily. It's just
I never see them.
You never see them?
Well, I mean, it's rare to me. I mean, back in the day, they only made the Apache for a few years, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was only for a few years. It's not rare like a Cameo or something like that, but it's not real common.
Is it mid-50s?
59.
59. Okay.
Yeah, it's got the double headlights up front.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
I got you.
Because that was 59 was the first year of the duels of the headlights, or was that 58?
58, I believe, was the first year.
Okay.
I think the Apache started in 55.
Gotcha.
So, Dustin, what's so special about this car?
That
Truck.
Apache has been completely built from top to bottom. It has a Schwartz custom chassis, 427 big block with fuel injection, trimming 6-speed. There was some one-off features of that truck that we actually designed and had made. The steering wheel, the mirrors. We actually drew them up and sent them off to have them put into a CAD program, and they machined them for us. So the steering wheel and the mirrors on the truck are actually one-off designs that we designed and had made for the truck.
Okay.
The bed was a very custom piece. It's made out of a solid piece of mahogany.
A solid piece of mahogany.
With some soft close cabinet hinges that open up a hatch to access the gas tank. And we had some trim pieces water cut that we laid on the bed wood and then poured bar top epoxy over top of it. So the trim is buried under about a 1/4 inch of epoxy. It's a pretty neat bed.
Sounds it almost sounds like a bar.
It kind of looks like it back there. Yeah.
That is very cool.
You can probably slide a drink across it pretty easily.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Let me ask you about the wheel tubs. Are they a different color or something?
No, they're not a different color.
Okay, it just looks that way in the picture.
Well, no, it looks like they're open.
Probably just the color flop because of the angle change.
Gotcha.
I got you. Mm-hmm. And that interior looks really cool.
Yeah, the interior came out really nice.
To me,
really nice.
Is that a wooden steering wheel you got on there?
Yeah, the custom wheel.
It's the custom wheel. That was the one that we designed in house and had made for the truck.
Wow.
Go back up to the wheel. Who is that? Mars messing with that over there?
He's just trying to get everybody to see it.
Okay.
So if you look at the design of the steering wheel, it has the 3 little hash marks on there and kind of a spear design.
Mm-hmm.
That was to pick up the design of the original bedside trim that has that same spear and little 3 hash mark on the end of it.
Yes.
And so we designed the steering wheel, the mirrors, and the trim in the bed to kind of complement that factory style of the bedside trim.
I love that. I love that thought process. I love the creative part of that, to bring it all together and bring it inside.
Now, the engine package and transmission packages are correct. Those tubs are not near wide enough. You need wider tubs.
The tires are only 15 inches wide.
Come on now.
We probably could have gone a little bigger, but
we were looking
at tire companies that make a tire wider than 15 inches.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
Order.
Well, we're kind of looking for a steamroller look back there.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, you know that. So while we look at these pictures here of the Apache, what is your job there at the shop?
What is my specific job? Well, I'm half owner. My dad and I are partners.
Right. You have a specialty?
I have a specialty in I'm well versed in mechanical work. I started off life as a mechanic. I was a BMW technician for many years. I worked overseas in Iraq for a few years doing vehicle maintenance and repairs for the contractors. I've got pretty extensive mechanical knowledge, so I do a lot of that kind of stuff around here, tearing apart and putting together. I do specialize in the finishing part of the job. When a car comes out or when pieces come out of the paint booth, I do all the cut and buffing and polishing and finishing and all that.
Now, did you build the 427 yourself?
No, it came as a crate engine.
Oh, it's a crate engine. Okay.
Yes.
Would it come with a fuel injection system on it?
No, it came as a long block, and the Holly Sniper system was put on top of it.
Okay. Long block, did it have heads on it?
Yes,
it did. Okay,
yeah, it was oil pan to intake essentially.
I got you. Okay, very nice. All right, so I'm just trying to get a lay of the land here of your involvement in this. Now, how long have you been working with your dad at the shop?
2007 is when I came back from Iraq and started working at the shop. My dad had another business partner at the time, and in 2016, that business partner decided to move back to Arkansas, where he was from, to help his ailing mother, and I bought his half of the business, which made my dad and I partners.
Good.
So I've actually been with the company since 2007, but became an owner in 2016.
Does he ever want to lay whale you every once in a while?
Probably so.
Because, there's always that thing, the father-son thing, that every once in a while, no, Dad, it's not that way. Yes, it is that way. And
well, they make TV shows about that.
They
throw stuff at each other.
We keep talking about the TV show thing. Yeah. We don't have quite that much drama in the shop.
That's good.
Things run pretty smoothly around here. So
how many cars can you get in the shop? How many do you work on at a time? We
usually have
half dozen.
Yeah, 6 to 8 cars is typical.
Yeah,
typical for us. We typically have 3 to 4 big projects going on. Right. And then we pull in, small jobs in between that.
Yeah.
We do collision work for classic and exotic cars. We don't take in your grocery getters and that sort of stuff, but we work with Haggerty and Grundy and the classic car insurance companies to do collision and repairs on classics. So we do take in some small stuff in between the restorations and full paint jobs.
Interesting. Now, this orange car that we're looking at, what is it, first of all?
Is it the Roadrunner?
69 Roadrunner.
Okay. 69 Roadrunner. Yeah, the customer bought that car from Meekum, and when he got it home and the dust settled and the fun wore off from the auction and all that, he decided he hated the car.
Oh, my.
And so he brought it to us and said, what can you do to this thing? And we told him, well, the sky's the limit. So it literally was. And we started off on that car 3 years and 3 months ago. The car was real solid. We didn't have to do a lot of metal work to it.
Yeah.
But he wanted something that was wow. And so we actually built the dash for the car in-house, built a custom dash for it.
Why did you do that?
He didn't like the factory dash and the factory gauge layout and all that. Yep. He wanted the big Holly touchscreen dash in there. And so the instrument cluster and all that is actually a touchscreen in there. It's the Holly 11-inch touchscreen.
Nice.
And so it controls everything. The headlights are on there. Everything's on there.
Who's your electrician in the shop?
Oh man, we sourced that to some other folks. So.
See, that's my cup of tea right there. I don't know nothing about that stuff. Yes, I'm in broadcasting, but I'm sorry. I'm going to raise my hands at that and say, somebody else's job. So that's why we have an engineer here.
We try to stay in our lane.
Yeah.
You buy it at Meekum, and then you get buyer's remorse.
Well, and then you take it to somebody. But then, you've put this thing on a rotisserie. You literally took this car straight from Meekum and took it apart.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, okay. So what else are we bringing besides that one now? What's next, Mr. Mars?
Let's see. There's I'm looking for the 67 Camaro.
So are these all customers' cars that you've gotten in cahoots?
All of them except the 67 Camaro. The 67 Camaro is actually my car.
Oh.
And I bought that car in 1996 when I was 15. And drove it through high school. My dad and I did a little half restoration paint job on it when I was a senior in high school, and I built a V8 for it. It was originally a 6-cylinder car, and we're just finishing up a 9-year-long resto mod on the car.
Wow.
A lot of stuff happened in between starting that project and now. I had a couple of kids. We built a new shop. Got a house flooded during Harvey. There was a lot of obstacles that went on in the last 9 years that I've been working on it. So it took a lot longer than expected, but it really came out nice.
So with the 67 Camaro, it's a lengthy build. You're getting it the way you want it. What's going to be the end result once it's finished? Is it going to go through a Meekum or a Barrett Jackson, or are you just going to keep it?
No. I've got a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old that would probably disown me if I got rid of the car.
Okay.
They absolutely love it. Love riding in it. Love working on it.
This is the car
that car will never go anywhere.
This is the car that has the Corvette Stinger hood on it.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a nice touch. I like that.
Well, we'll see it there. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We'll
Yeah,
see
it'll
it.
be
I
there.
was looking
That'll
for
be
it.
the car that'll be displayed at the show. I didn't enter it into the show this year. But we're going to have it in our tent just as a display piece.
Nice.
So
Yeah. Well,
and that car was 100% done in house. Meaning I wired the car, I built the engine from scratch. I built the chassis, suspension, I made all the brake lines, fuel lines. Everything was done to the car in house with the exception of the sewing of the upholstery.
do you ever go home?
Sometimes.
Because I know on a car like that, I'm going to have to work a little late tonight. You wind up getting home 10, 11 o'clock at
3
night.
days later.
3 days, yeah.
Yeah, because you work on the
put an
customer
AC
cars
unit out in the
first.
garage at home, so the work continues after I get to the house.
Of course it does. Yeah, no doubt. Okay. What do we have another one there, Mike?
There's an interesting looking 65 C10 on here. Let me get back to it. I thought you don't see them very often.
No, you don't see those vintage trucks restored to that level.
Yeah, not the 65s.
Yeah, not the 65s. That's probably one of the nicest 65s that I've ever seen. And again, that truck was done complete top to bottom. It's got a roadster shop chassis, fuel injected 383 stroker, 700 R4, custom interior, Holly Sniper fuel injection. It's been done from top to bottom, front to back.
You know, you don't see too many 65s.
No, you really don't.
And I guess it's the front end on it that is not as popular as some of the other ones. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Now, like anything else, you start seeing the prices of, the 50s models and the 70s models going up. You're going to start seeing these become more popular.
Yeah, they'll just bring it along
at reasonable prices.
Hey, do you got a website we can send folks to take a look at some of your work?
Pardon?
Do you have a website that we can send the folks to? What is it?
CreativeClassicsAndCustoms.com.
And that's all spelled out, CreativeClassicsAndCustoms.com. Well, Dustin, it's great to talk to you, and we look forward to visiting you when we're down there in a couple of weeks at the Keels and Wheels, and we're going to be telling everybody about all the details of Keels and Wheels. So it's great to meet you, great to talk to you. We look forward to seeing your work in person, and we hope to see you again.
All right, guys. We appreciate you having us.
Thank you. All right. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream our 3-hour weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com, and podcasts are available from your favorite podcast provider. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after these brief messages.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755.
Well, I think I did everything except, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
This. I didn't plug it in and the battery died. So, in the meantime, Jeffrey, why don't you
let me tell you about something here going on.
I got it, Mike.
The 28th annual Keels and Wheels Concours d'Elegance.
That's Concours d'Elegance.
It's over there. It is May 4th and 5th of this year, coming up very, very soon. Tickets are $30 in advance through the website.
And let me tell you something while you're doing this.
Yeah.
Don't think anything strange because I'm getting on the floor.
You just go on, big boy. I'm going to do the tight shot. How's that?
No, don't do the tight shot.
There you go. Anyways, $40 at the gate, $15 for students. Children under 12 are free. Free parking, shuttled from the convenient locations of the parking lot. All of that good stuff is taken care of. You got 60 cars, 60 years of Mustang, 60 years of Donzi boats, Resto Mods, the ride reimagined. We just heard from Dustin, and he's part of Creative Classics and Customs in Kemah. You're going to have the Maxi Liders Brothers Customs in Bloomington, out of Bloomington, Illinois. The Mobley Performance Shop. Rover Trophies at Bridgeport, Connecticut. Smithy Customs in Houston. 150 cars, 50 boats. About 19, 20, 25 motorcycles.
Does it get the price of the tickets on there?
Yes, I already did that.
Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
Tickets are 30, 40 at the gate, and then 15 for students. Children under 12 are free.
And I want to tell everybody that if you've been before, of course, every year it's a different show. They have different cars altogether. And I did want to mention that there's going to be some parking changes. And I saw that.
Free parking?
Free parking and shuttle from 2 convenient locations, Houston Methodist Clear Lake, the outpatient buildings in Nassau Bay, and over at Bay Area Elementary School in Seabrook City Hall, just off 146 in Seabrook. Those are the parking locations. So they take the shuttle. It's free. They got it all worked out. Well, now that my computer is up and running again.
Let's try this again.
No, we're done with that.
Right.
We're just going to move on and we'll do something else, like the events calendar. Mr. Mars has the events calendar.
Oh, jeez.
He was going to fix the video for you, and now he's going to do events. So we'll be.
No.
See, we run a tight ship here. We don't.
We're so tight. So
theoretically, we could get this right.
Theoretically.
this weekend, 11th through the 14th, 37th annual Houston Art Car Experience is going on. Got all the neighborhood mini parades. There was a ball last night. Kids' creative things are going on, but the actual art car parade is today, later on today.
2 o'clock.
You still got time to go see it. The awards will be tomorrow. Go to HoustonArtCarParade.com for more information. Then on April the 13th, which is also today, Space City Corvette Club 20th Annual Corvettes and Crawfish. Still got time to go down to Stevenson Park in Friendswood to make that event. Space City Corvettes Club.com for more information. Then 2 weeks. Hot Rod Tour of Texas.
Woo-hoo.
April the 25th through the 28th, kicking off in Victoria for 3 days of cruising across Texas. Going to go up through the Shiner, New Braunfels, and then we're going to have a drive-in night in New Braunfels, then ending up in Fredericksburg Saturday night. Go to HotRodTourOfTexas.com. It is sold out, last I heard. Didn't he say last week it was sold out? Yeah.
All spaces are taken.
But if you want to see a long, 15-mile parade of cars, be sure and check it out in the route. May the 4th and 5th, Keels and Wheels at Lakewood Yacht Club. Keelsandwheels.com for Keels-Wheels.com for more information. We are going to be there live on Saturday.
There'll be a lot of places.
Yeah, then June the 7th through the 9th is the 49th Lone Star Street Route Association State Run in Granbury, Texas. And go to LS.
Did you read this before you started?
He did.
Well, I just realized that I wasn't saying that correctly.
He misspelled it.
LSSRA.org for more information on that event. And we're going to be there live as well.
All right, thank you. Time now for this hour's car review. I had the opportunity to drive the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek. It comes in these trim levels: base, premium, sport, limited. And then I had a sub-level called the Wilderness.
All right.
And it looks really good. Small SUV, seats 5 people, including the driver. Exterior changes, well, it's all new, and it's a third-generation Crosstrek. And it really is a very cool little car. Exterior features include, well, I put down here, is it a wagon or is it an SUV?
I would think it's an SUV.
Well, it kind of blurs the line there, if you ask me. Wilderness body side cladding gives it a true off-road look. Special Wilderness grille adds to the tough look. Wide open rear hatch would swallow a week's worth of camping gear, no doubt.
Ooh.
What I liked, the overall tougher look is appealing. It's got a more masculine look to it than the just regular Crosstrek. What could use improvement? Well, there's some cheap plastic parts interior, but, I can almost find those in every car that's built these days. Interior highlights: awesome dash design with extra-large built-in info screen, and I love that. Wilderness interior follows its tough theme on the outside. Simple, usable dash displays. Steering wheel controls are perfect. As far as trunk room, cargo room, it's small but plentiful with the second row down. What I liked about it, the user-friendly design on the interior. Nothing secret about that. What could use improvement? Not sure. I like the different-looking materials, patterns mixed with the faux carbon fiber pieces. It seemed to work somehow. Not quite sure. 2.5-liter optional four-cylinder in it, 182 horsepower, 178 pound-feet of torque with a CVT transmission and full-time all-wheel drive. Tow rating of 3,500 pounds, so a small camping trailer. Not one that you could live in, but one that you could stow your gear in. That would be perfect for this thing. 25 miles per gallon in the city, 29 on the highway for a combined of 27. I got 26.3 over 377.5 miles. What I liked about it, the gas mileage. What could use improvement? Would like to see a little bit more power, at least 200 horsepower. I would also like to see a standard automatic transmission, or better yet, since it's an off-road kind of vehicle, how about a manual in this thing?
Wow.
Ride and handling. What I like, the smooth ride for such a small car. What could use improvement? The steering seems to be a bit overboosted for me. You know, it's kind of like the
Oversteer.
Almost like the Buick.
There's
You know,
something
you
like
just
that.
one finger when you turn. Some people like that. It's great for parking lots. Base trim price on this is $33,540. Price is tested $35,955. You can get in a Crosstrek for $25,195. Competitors include the Ford Bronco Sport. That goes for $31,230, which is being recalled, by the way. Jeep Compass, $28,400. And the Mazda CX-30 starts at $24,995. Pretty cool little car. I've had it before, and I really do like driving it. It was a fun ride, and it beats the heck out of searching for an electric plug-in place for 2.5 hours, like I did the week before.
All right.
I was very thankful to get a gasoline motor. Now I've got more on that coming up. You know, I know that our dear friend up in Dallas,
Buzz.
Buzz Smith.
Yeah.
I don't care what he says.
Oh, boy.
Don't care. And we could go toe-to-toe on that. Not that I have a penchant against EVs. I know a guy that has a Tesla. He's had it now for 2.5 years, and he loves the car. I get that. I totally understand it. But the infrastructure is not there to support EVs. If you drive anywhere other than home, work, grocery store, church, that sort of stuff, it's going to be a real pain to find.
We all know that. And Buzz knows that as well.
And I got into a discussion with another journalist over that, EVs failed back in the early 1900s for the same reasons. Battery issues, infrastructure's not there for charging.
Well, the
range,
technology then wasn't as what it was today.
But still, it's the same core root problem. 100 years later, we still haven't solved it.
Well, it's up to you to do that, Morris. Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. We will be back right after this quick break.
The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Loopy Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Loopy Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Loopy Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Loopy Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Loopy's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Loopy Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Loopy Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.